Good evening, and welcome to Behind the Trend, bringing you short stories, big insights. I'm Melissa. Our top story tonight takes us inside a recent White House press conference, where a seemingly small moment captured global attention. Secretary of State Marco Rubio handed President Donald Trump a private note. What happened next quickly became a viral moment, and a reminder of just how unpredictable political life can be. The date was January 9th, 2026. The location, the White House. President Trump was meeting with executives from the oil and gas industry. On one side of the table, Vice President J.D. Vance. On the other, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Everything seemed routine. Trump called on Ryan Lance, the CEO of ConocoPhillips, to address the room, and then Rubio slid a small, handwritten note across the table to the president. It was a brief, private instruction, and yet, it would soon become the story everyone was talking about. Trump picked up the note, glanced at it, and then he read it aloud. "Go back to Chevron," he said, continuing, "They want to discuss something. Go back to Chevron." A moment meant to be private suddenly went public with reporters, executives, and the world watching. Trump acknowledged Rubio, patting him on the back. Then, in a candid moment, he asked, "Marco, what are you saying here?" It was equal parts humorous and awkward, a rare, unscripted glimpse into the inner workings of the White House. The reactions were immediate. Vice President Vance chuckled, Rubio smiled politely, and reporters scrambled to capture every word. Social media followed quickly, with clips of the moment circulating across platforms. Within hours, memes, GIFs, and commentary were trending online. What started as a small instruction became a widely discussed political moment. Beyond the humor, the note illustrates something important about political communication. Even a brief, private instruction can become public and influence perception. Analysts say it highlights the unique dynamics in the Trump administration: direct, unfiltered, and sometimes unpredictable. Every glance, every gesture, every word in the White House can carry meaning, shaping both media coverage and public perception. Unsurprisingly, the internet responded immediately. Some called it a classic Trump moment. Others debated what it revealed about Rubio's influence or the administration's priorities. The moment became viral, reaching millions worldwide. It underscores how quickly political moments can spread, and how even minor gestures are amplified in today's media landscape. Beyond politics and social media, this is a story about human behavior. Anyone who's ever handed a private note to a colleague knows the hope it remains unseen. Now, imagine that note being read aloud in front of the entire country. Rubio's calm, slightly awkward reaction and Trump's unfiltered reading show the very human side of political life: pressure, unpredictability, and yes, occasional humor. The note itself, "Go back to Chevron," was more than casual advice. Trump was meeting with oil and gas executives, and Rubio's instruction likely ensured a follow-up on key discussions. It shows how political leaders juggle private instructions, public appearances, and media scrutiny, all in real time, and in this case, a brief note became the headline. So, political analysts point out that moments like these reveal more than just a laugh or viral clip. They offer insight into leadership style, decision-making processes, and the ways authority and influence are exercised behind the scenes. It also shows the unpredictable nature of live events. A simple note intended to guide a meeting suddenly shapes the public story. And in politics, optics often matter as much as content. So, what can we learn? First, politics is human. Even in high-stakes settings, unexpected, small moments can reveal personality, relationships, and strategy. Second, communication is never private in a political spotlight. Even the simplest gestures or words can take on meaning beyond their intent. And finally, these moments remind us that public figures are human too. They make mistakes, laugh, feel awkward, and navigate unpredictable circumstances just like the rest of us. What started as a small handwritten note from Marco Rubio turned into a viral, awkward, and surprisingly human moment at the White House. It's a story about communication, leadership, perception, and a reminder that even the most powerful people experience unscripted human moments in the public eye. Here at Behind the Trend, we bring you short stories, big insights, looking past the headlines to uncover the stories that matter. I'm Melissa, and thank you for joining us. Stay informed, stay curious, and remember, the small moments often tell the biggest stories.